What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Dylan, and thank you so much for tuning into another Dylnezius TV broadcast. Alright, clearly I didn't sit and watch the episode like I said I was gonna because I got caught up with some things. However, it's a good thing that I didn't do that because now I'm a little more prepared to speak about my thoughts than I would have been last week if I had just... Anyways, let's jump right on into the final episode of Season 1 of Good Omens, titled The Last Day of the Rest of Their Lives. I thought Crowley killed him.
Bring in the traitor!
Oh.
The trial of a traitor?
Lord Beelzebub, you are...
I'm the judge.
And I'm the prosecutor.
Guys, you shouldn't have gone to all the trouble. What appears to be the problem?
Wow, so they just cut straight to the end of that and then showed us how we got here. Okay.
Is that English?
Oh, damn. The car. I really thought the car was special. Like, I mean, I thought the car wouldn't actually break down.
You can't expect me to do the dirty work.
I'm gonna count to 3, then I'm gonna use my finger. Ma'am! I'm giving you all 5 seconds to vacate this area!
Whoa, what? What the hell did Azzy just do?
Nice work on the soldier.
I do hope I haven't sent him somewhere unpleasant.
So he doesn't even know where he sends him.
Oh.
In a handful of moments, the missiles will fly. The forces of heaven and hell will attack. And everything depends on one small boy. Silence holds the bubble of the world in its grip.
Oh my god. Yeah, I've been noticing the parallels between these, like all these characters right now. Not specifically, but just the fact that there's 4 of them each.
It has begun.
I didn't ask for it to begin.
Your very existence demands the ending of the world.
This is getting...
Finish this for them with one thought. You can make the world anew.
That's him. The curly one. Shoot him, save the world.
You are part of us.
The curly one.
He's just a wee bear and you're gonna...
Oh, for heaven's sake. Oh, no. Give me that.
Azzy's gonna do it?
Shoot him, Aziraphale!
Whoa, what the... What kind of damn gun is this? Shoots fireworks.
Excuse me, why are you 2 people?
Long story.
It's not right. You should go back to being 2 separate people again.
Oh, shit. Well, isn't that a surprise? I didn't expect that.
We have to be able to do something.
Agnes, do you have better ideas?
We're not going to be able to shut down 21st century technology.
Also, I'm gonna pause here for a second because I don't want to miss anything they're saying. I just want to bring up, because I can't remember right now if I did or not. Crowley 100% waited for Azzy to take care of that security guard before he got up and stopped worrying about his car. So he was 100% paying attention to that whole thing.
I think it's about me. I am not technically a computer engineer. I'd like to be. But I'm actually just
What?
Just the opposite. I'm rubbish with computers. Every time I try to make them work, they break. I'm sorry. We're doomed.
It was time to decide.
Oh
who
my
your
god, I
friends were.
forgot that whole part about his character.
So the Antichrist, 3 human children, and a former hellhound face death, and 3 monsters.
Former
who came from the
hellhound,
minds of
officially.
humanity.
You were made to serve me, to live in me, and die in me.
And my mum says that war is just masculine imperialism executed on a global stage.
A little girl.
Hold on. No. All of these kids are gonna make these essentially concepts disappear. Adam said they're not real. All of these things are like just concepts, so they're just gonna vanish from reality because, oh my god.
I do not endorse everyday sexism.
What? She picked up the sword? Are you kidding me?
Say what you believe, Pepper. I believe in peace, bitch.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
I believe in a clean world.
And I believe in food and a healthy lunch. Actually, it's a very good thing.
I can't believe what the hell is going on right now.
What? Get this computer room working better right now. You said every computer you try and fix dies, so fix it.
Easy. I mean, if I actually wanted to improve this computer's performance, all I do is open it up and then click on the disk defragmenter.
All over the world, people who had been wrestling with switches found that they had switched. Circuit breakers opened, computers stopped planning World War III, and went back to idly scanning the stratosphere.
Death. This all has to stop now.
It has stopped, but they will be back. We are never far away. I am creation's shadow.
There. You see, Crowley? It's like I've always said.
Oh, it isn't over. Nothing's over. Both heaven and hell still want their war.
You, boy. Antichrist, what's your name again?
Adam Young.
So, your friends got together and saved the world. Well done. Have a gold star. Won't make any difference.
You! You're the man in the car. You stole my book.
Oh, book girl. Catch.
What does that one say? Shoof your face? What?
What is going on out here?
Long story, no time.
Well, try me.
Okay. So, in the beginning, in the garden, there was, well, he was on apple tree duty.
Hello, Anathema. You just stopped them blowing up the world, didn't you?
I guess. My boyfriend here did the tricky bit. My boyfriend here did the tricky bit. My boyfriend here did the tricky bit. My boyfriend here did the tricky bit.
He got the whole boyfriend title off of that?
Excuse me. You keep talking about the great plan.
Aziraphale, maybe you should just keep your mouth shut.
One thing I'm not clear on. Is that the ineffable plan?
Well, the same thing.
You don't know.
Yeah, well, it'd be a pity if you thought you were doing what the Great Plan said, but you were actually going directly against God's ineffable plan.
God does not play games with the universe.
Where have you been?
Can I just...
I remember them talking about an ineffable plan in the beginning.
10 million angels to stand down from their war footing is... it doesn't bear thinking about.
You should try to get 10 million demons to put down their weapons and go back to work.
Well, at least we know whose fault it is. You were put on this earth for one reason and one reason only, to end it. You're a disobedient little brat, and I hope someone tells your father.
Oh, they will.
What's happening? I can feel something.
They did it. They told his father.
Oh, no.
And his satanic father is not happy. This is Satan himself. It isn't about Armageddon. This is personal. We are fucked!
Come up with something, or I'll never talk to you again.
What the hell is this?
Adam, listen. Your father is coming to destroy you. Probably to destroy all of us.
My dad? He wouldn't hurt anybody.
Not your earthly father, Satan.
But I'm just a kid.
But that's not a bad thing to be, Adam. You know, I was scared that you'd be hell incarnate. I hoped you'd be heaven incarnate. But you're not either of those things. You're much better. You're human. incarnate. Whatever happens, for good or for evil, we're beside you.
I'm gonna start time. You won't have long to do whatever you're going to do. Do it quickly.
Oh shit, they're really doing this.
Where's my son? You're my rebellious son? Come here.
You're not my dad. Dads don't wait until you're 11 to say hello, and then turn up to tell you off.
What?
If I'm in trouble with my dad, then it won't be you. It's gonna be the dad who was there. You're not my dad!
What did you say? Come here.
You're not my dad. You never were.
A little anticlimactic, but what the hell would you have expected a mouse to do?
Adam? Adam!
That's not really his father.
Oh, for heaven's sake, where is
It
he?
is. It is now. And it always was. He did it.
Adam!
So what happens to the actual Satan? Is he just... He can't be wiped out of existence, can he? I guess he could.
What's that? It fell out of Agnes Nutter's book.
For soon enough you will be playing with fire. So this is the final one of Agnes's prophecies.
Angel, what if the Almighty planned it like this all along, from the very beginning?
Could have. I wouldn't put it past her.
You got the
He's back? He's back! Good for him.
It's meant to be a sword in here.
Oh wait, no, is he returning a package? These weapons are going back.
Do you believe in life after death?
I suppose I must do.
Yeah. So if I was to tell my wife what happened to me today, she wouldn't believe me. And I wouldn't blame her.
Wow.
Adam had rebooted reality. He had changed the past and changed the present. So on Sunday, people woke to find a world that was almost, but not entirely, the one that they used to inhabit. Although people who were dead were now alive, and things that were broken had now been miraculously restored.
Wow.
Those new?
Seems like God hooked him up a bit. There's the car, baby. Are you kidding me?
You can go into the garden, give dog a little exercise, but that is all.
Thanks, Mum. Come on, dog.
So Adam is a regular young boy now. No more demon possession. No more Scarlet Witch powers.
Do you understand what happened yesterday?
Well, I understand some of it. But some of it, well, it's just a little bit too, ineffable.
Oh, that's funny seeing him here. That's meant to be bad.
Oh my gosh.
Renegade angels all tied up with string.
These are a few of our favorite things.
Oh, come on.
What's wrong, love?
Ooh, bad luck, dear.
That's so gross to look at.
It's no problem.
Oh my gosh.
Ah, Aziraphale. We heard from our new associate.
He's on his way.
He's on his way.
New associate?
Like this.
Gonna do something even worse. Letting the punishment fit the crime.
How the hell? Oh my gosh. They're gonna make him take a bath. Oh. What the hell? Oh, reverse treatment. Okay. I get it now.
This is a new jacket, and I'd hate to ruin it. Do you mind if I take it off?
Hello, Mr. S.
She got a new look. So what did they just get? More
Further nice
prophecies?
and accurate prophecies of Agnes Nutter. Ye saga continues.
May we meet on a better occasion.
Shut your stupid mouth and die already.
Oh my god.
I don't suppose that anywhere in the 9 circles of hell there's such a thing as a rubber duck. No?
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Michael! Dude, do us a quick miracle, will you? I need a bath towel. I think it would be better for everyone if I were to be left alone in future. Don't you?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Adam, what happened last night?
Just stuff. It doesn't matter. All I try and do is help, and now I'm stuck in the garden. How long till I let you out? Years.
Adam in the garden.
Years and years, I expect. What about tomorrow? Tomorrow will be alright. I'll have forgotten about
It starts all over again. Oh my god. Ah.
We're gonna watch... Dog, get away from that hedge. Because if you went through, I'd have to chase you to catch you. And I'd have to leave the garden. And I'm not allowed to do that. But I'd have to if you went and ran away.
He still has powers. Not an apple on the tree, dude.
They'll pretend it never happened.
Look at the posture difference.
Right. Anyone looking?
Nobody. Right. Swap back then.
It was just like Agnes had told them. They were playing with fire and would need to choose their faces wisely. And so they had.
Get the fuck out of here!
Tartan collar. Really?
Tartan.
Oh my god.
Sir.
Are you fucking kidding me?
He was on the money. I asked for a rubber duck.
Bravo.
I made the arcade.
Bravo.
Right. Time to leave the garden. Let me tempt you to a spot of lunch.
Temptation accomplished. None of this would have worked out if you weren't at heart just a little bit a good person.
And if you weren't, deep down, just enough of a bastard to be worth knowing. To the world. To the world.
Perhaps.
Wow. Okay, that was Good Omens. Let me get a minute to process all of this, because this is now gonna be like my post-episode reaction thoughts, and then after this, I'm gonna go into my actual thoughts on, I guess, the relationship between Azzy and Crowley. I'm gonna set something up and do things a little bit differently, but I just want to talk about the series as a whole right now in this episode. This was a really, really fun watch. Like, from beginning to end, this was like just so much fun. The visual effects were very good. The storytelling was very good. The cinematography was very good. Everything about the show was like fantastic. I loved it. There was so much I wasn't expecting, and then everything just like playing out the way it did was just amazing. You know, like the first episode had me thinking that this show was gonna focus on 3 human boys, or at least one of them being the Antichrist, and they kind of threw the other kids out the window. Although they did bring the one kid back that they assumed was the Antichrist the entire time. It was really nice to see that everybody got their happy ending. I mean, Agnes and Pulsifer, the other witch guy, and then the woman had their happy ending too. So it was really nice to see everybody come together like that. I'm actually still surprised to see Adam has his powers. I thought the demon was expelled from him after he like kind of cast off the devil, but I don't know. I'm really excited to see where season 2 goes for this, for all of these characters. To the best of my knowledge, I think I looked up, I don't think there's a Good Omens 2 book, and to the best of my knowledge, things are a little bit different in how they play out in the ending of the book. But basically, like, there is no more written story that's prior to the show. And I like that they had Anathema kind of like get rid of all those new prophecies for the future of the world, because now it's just like, all right, no, we no longer need to predict what's gonna happen. Now we just get to live out our lives and forget about knowing what's gonna happen. Now we have a chance to just like live and be us, do what choices we want to make. But yeah, that's basically it. I love this series. Thank you guys so much for recommending this show. Fridays are most likely going to be replaced by The Boys now that the season 3 is coming out. But if you're watching this video still and you've made it this far, I want you to start leaving me recommendations on some movies that you guys are going to be interested in watching. I don't know how long this video is going to be going on for right now as I'm saying this, so I'm about to just cut away. I'm about to set a little mood up with lighting and stuff like that, background, so we can start talking about Good Omens in like a professional-esque commentary style video. Okay, are we going? I don't really know why I'm putting on a show like this right now. I'm really not that prepared to go into this. I'm literally gonna be reading my entire script off of this paper right now. I'm just too hyper aware of the idea that I'm presenting myself in a certain way, so you may be expecting something different from what I'm actually going to say. I just want to try something different. This is going to be my final thoughts on the relationship dynamic between Crowley and Azzy from Good Omens. And I'm mostly known on the internet for reacting to videos on YouTube, but I want to do more than just that. So once again, I'm trying something new to see how it turns out. And today, like I've already stated, we're going to be looking at Good Omens. Just so you guys know, this is like a second draft. I don't have a final copy or anything like this. I did a first draft. I made a first video. I didn't like it so much, so that's why we're doing it again. And unfortunately, I don't have the time to make a final copy or a very professional, clean looking copy. Also, I'm not trying to do a whole video essay on this. I'm just trying to get my thoughts out. So firstly, I had a large majority of my subscribers vote for me to watch this show coming right off the heels of Our Flag Means Death. Some pointing out that the dynamics is similar to Ed and Steed, and yes, I agree. But there's a fundamental difference in the Good Omens main two than that of the Our Flag cast, and I'm still very ignorant to much of the issues LGBTQ people face regarding representation, and I am in no way attempting to take authority on any of these matters. As an ally, the most I feel I'm capable of doing right now is simply starting a conversation. So that being said, I'm guessing y'all were curious to see how I'd pick up on what the show was putting down, or what conclusions I might jump to, but I couldn't afford to be surprised by seeing something queer positive and risk potentially saying something systemically homophobic, because although I identify myself as an ally, I am self-aware that I could still slip out some words and not realize it until someone points that out. Very true. This is what happened in Our Flag Means Death. And although after I responded to that comment, I still received some support from people saying I'm good in their book, the issue will always remain that that commenter was right. So I did a modest Google search. Don't judge me. Is Good Omens a gay show? And immediately, to my surprise, I found an interesting article titled, Why Good Omens boss Neil Gaiman Won't Label Aziraphale and Crowley as Gay. Now luckily for me, there were no spoilers in this article, so I read through it, and if you're interested, I'll link the article down below. And right away, my takeaway from it was, okay, the show queerbaits. I don't really know what that means, but I can assume enough info off the word itself. There were some tweets from Neil confirming that this was a love story while also simultaneously pushing away the idea that these two were romantically involved. And I thought, well, okay, maybe they're just really good friends, right? What's wrong with the story of two friends? They're not male humans, right? I get what Neil is on about. Maybe the fans were just being obsessive and they wanted them to be gay. Let me check out the show and I'll see for myself. Right, that's how I felt. Now, episode 1. Not too much to speculate here. We see these two meet and talk. It's the beginning of their friendship, and therefore nothing out of the ordinary. We do some time skipping, and their paths cross again due to circumstances. Episode 2. Now that circumstance has led them to work together in order to, well, ultimately at this point, they're still fighting on opposite sides. We see even more of the two and how one is more chaotic than the other, really giving that Ed and Steed vibe. And then there's this scene where Azzy suggests Crowley might be a good, nice person deep down inside, and Crowley aggressively pushes him against the wall and angrily says he is not nice, blah 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 blah. Immediately, one of the things I took away from that was, I thought if you replace the context of nice and swap that out with the word gay, then Crowley's reaction suddenly represents some sort of in-the-closet aggression that he needs to work through. Just an interesting note I wanted to put in there. And then there's episode 3. Where we get 30 minutes of Azzy and Crowley throughout the years, and boy, do they use some choice language here. Now in this episode, I believe we get our first glimpse of Crowley persuading Azzy not to engage for the forces of good and evil, and interestingly, it's how he tempts Azzy into not doing the right thing. And in fact, I feel there's lots of instances in this episode that insinuates a gay relationship or a simple temptation at same-sex relations, simply through the dialogue. If you imagine Crowley implying gay undertones and Azzy rejecting those, it's almost literally as if the writers were saying through the script, they're not gay and don't think that way. But you sit here for 30 minutes and watch all the camera work and line delivery and the amount of times Crowley comes to save Azzy and shows his kindness regardless of his aggression he showed in episode 2. The whole "you go too fast for me" line in the car, I don't know why, but the first thought that came to my head as soon as I heard that was, I wish I knew how to quit you. Then that whole breakup scene that ties the whole episode into a bow, that bow being a big gay bow, because my initial reaction to this episode was, holy shit, they're queer baiting the f out of people. Like, I was totally flabbergasted that it comes out like this and was holding off my thoughts until now, and luckily for me, I did, because I would have been less prepared on this topic, and I'm still not that prepared. Okay, so we pick back up on the relationship on episode 5, with episode 4 essentially playing as the breakup episode we were given on episode 3. And right away we see Crowley in utter distress searching for Azzy, and you really feel his pain here when he cries out, "Somebody killed my best friend." And when I first heard that, I wanted him to say something else. I'm realizing now that I think I was still viewing the show through like a gay lens, because when I heard it for a second time, I didn't get any kind of other feelings or other like ideas from it. It just sounded like he was crying out for his friend. But on my first watch, it almost felt out of place. And then, by episode 6, the plot had moved so far away from the concept of a relationship between these two to tie up the whole Armageddon plotline, because the world ending is more important than anybody's one relationship. Essentially, we return to the status quo by the end. We have two friends, Angel and Demon, engaging in a platonic love story. Now, before I made my way to the end of this story, I received a comment on my episode 3 reaction from Creature of Habit on YouTube. Shoutouts to you. Because of what they said here, there's a lot of love toward this series from other people, especially in the queer community, in particular the asexual aromantic community. And I was in such shock. I was in such shock, like for real, because I know the acronym has extended past LGBTQ. Alright, there's an I and an A, there's a plus symbol, but I've never been aware of any actual like asexual or aromantic person in my life. And I grew up in Queens. My high school was specifically like extremely pro LGBTQ. And just living in New York, you see a lot of different diverse people, but that doesn't mean you know what they go by. I can't even imagine how hard it must be for a person to realize they're asexual or something, since everywhere they look, there's just romance. So my point being now is, how do we portray that in media? Does Good Omens represent asexual, aromantic people correctly? I don't know, I guess. I can't tell if the writers actually intended that or not. I feel like that really carries the argument, if the writers actually intended for it to represent them. I don't know. Since the story doesn't revolve around the relationship, it's hard to focus all your attention on this. I can fall in line with the idea that the show is a step in a direction to get more representation on screen, and certainly it got the conversation going with me. So there it is. I said all of that just to say this. Originally, I thought the show was queer baiting, and then I became more aware of other types of queer people and how this show could represent them as well. So Good Omens is good in my book. And I really enjoyed the show. It was so much fun to digest. Season 2 is on the way, and honestly, the only way I see this becoming a more gay relationship type of show is if somehow through the powers that be, whatever happens between Crowley and Azzy in the next season, let's say they get more in trouble with heaven and hell respectively, and the only way to punish these two is to just take away their immortality and curse them to a mortal life, ultimately giving these guys human bodies, and that makes them human males. And essentially they'll just live out their lives together. The ultimate punishment leads to their death, but in a bittersweet kind of place where they two are happy together. Thank you so much for listening and making it this far in the video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps a lot. If you want to see more of me, well, fear not. I have plenty of other reactions on my channel for you to check out. I'm watching a bunch of new stuff over here, and it'd be really fun to get you guys in the comments section and join in on the conversation. So take care of yourselves, and of course, as usual, please have yourselves a damn good one.